Okay, happy Sunday. Thank y'all for being on here. For those of you that don't know me personally yet, I'm the girl that you're going to get lots of notifications for over the next weeks, months, years, as you start doing this. My name is Brian Coolidge. I live in Wellsboro, Pennsylvania, for those of you that are PA people or Central New York. I have three kiddos. They are 12, 13, and 15. My oldest is going to be 16 in January, which is wild to me. But I started this 10 years ago. And the reason that we do this call on Sunday nights, for anybody that can jump on, we do it every single Sunday night, is because the first time that I started this, I actually quit. I had no idea what I was doing. I was not fully invested in the products. I just bought them because Shelby's shaking her head because I know she can relate. It was not something that I thought that I necessarily needed, knew about all the things. And so it took me about 6 months of, I had four different autoimmune disorders in that same time span that I had was diagnosed with four different autoimmune disorders in a 3 year time span. And in that same 3 year time span, I had all three of my kiddos. At the time, I was a sixth grade math teacher and ended up leaving my teaching position because my oldest daughter was also diagnosed with over 30 different intolerances, anaphylactic allergies, and we had been through the ringer. And so I thought that we needed to just live with all of it. If you guys can relate to this, drop a one in the comment. You go to the doctor, and I have nothing against modern medicine and science, but what I did find was every single time I went, they were like, yeah, it's just the way that it's going to be for you. You're always going to be exhausted because you're a mom. You're not going to feel good, and your hormones are going to be imbalanced, and you're just going to have these autoimmune disorders. And the straw that broke the camel's back for me was when they told me that my daughter was just going to need a bubble for all of her allergies. And it was something that I just did not want to have to live with. And so I started really digging into the gut health component, and that's what led me to Plexus. And so I've been in this space for 10 years. I'm really, really passionate about it. If you're here, I want you to know that you always have access. I'm going to go through a lot of stuff tonight. You might get off of this call and you're like, oh, I only remember one thing that she said, and I have questions about 99 things that she said or asked or talked about. Please know that you can always, always ask. That is what we're here for. That is why we do these calls. And so if you are new here, maybe you just ordered your products in the last couple of days, or maybe you have been here for a little bit, but you just jumped on this call for the very first time. If that is you and you're comfortable doing so, will you just drop a I'm new in the comments because we want to enter your name into a $50 product voucher giveaway. We do that every single Sunday night too. Consistency is key in this, and we want to celebrate you guys because we know sometimes it's like, ooh, do I want to jump on the Zoom? Do I not want to jump on the Zoom? I'm not really sure. But we want to celebrate that y'all are here, and thank you for being here with us. Because a couple of the things that we're going to go over, we want you to know that you didn't just order supplements when you started with Plexus. I know sometimes, again, it takes a little bit to reach out to somebody about this. And again, this is not just a magic thing, right? Your supplements are not just going to sit on your countertop and you're going to magically have all of the goals that you want to happen. I don't know about you. I know that probably sounds a little bit silly, but when I want something, I want it yesterday. I don't know if I should blame that on Amazon Prime or what, but when I decide something, I can get really impatient waiting for it. And so Plexus is going to help you get there if you stay consistent, but so are movement and nutrition. You will never hear me say that you have to have a perfect diet. With my kids, we do travel soccer. I feel like we eat out way, way too much. So for me coming to you and saying like, watch your diet and have perfect nutrition does not happen in my family either. But you will find that your cravings start to decrease and you do want healthier options the longer that you're on Plexus because cravings are gut based. Movement, really, really important. Trying to just get up and doing some steps. I know that a lot of people aim for 8 to 10,000 steps a day, but just making sure that you're getting up and moving and staying really consistent with your supplements. Water is a really big thing here too, because we want to be able to flush those toxins through. And so half of your body weight in ounces daily is what we really strive for. If you need tips on water and just getting that in, that was something that I really, really struggled with when I first started this. please, please message me. I've got lots of tips that we can use to help you through with that too. Tips for success. Just talked about this just a little bit. Make sure that you're hydrating. The consistency is absolutely key. Your cells regenerate every 90 days. So you put healthy in for 90 days, you're going to produce healthy cells for 90 days or at that 90-day mark. So when you put good in, you get good out. And that's why we really want to help you stay consistent with these products. And so we're going to send you a getting started guide. If you haven't already gotten that from the person that you ordered with, please reach out to us to make sure that you get that. But also know that that is something that is just that. It's just a guide. So if you find that you are having a really hard time remembering your products in the morning or a really hard time remembering them at night, depending on what you got, please let us know. I always tell people the way that my husband takes his products versus the way that I take my products, completely different. We have a farm. He works really late hours. He does not remember anything when he gets home at night. So he takes all of his products first thing in the morning. Completely different things for different people, and we want to meet you where you're at. Another thing that I will tell you, when I said at the beginning of this that you're going to get lots of notifications from me, you don't have to pay attention to every single one of them, but if you're in, and we're going to go through our community pages and the resources that we have, but please try to check them, just because, and you'll hear me say this over and over and over again, I'm a really big believer in staying close to the energy and staying close to the fire. And when you're around like-minded people and you're seeing that stuff happen in the posts that we put in and the enthusiasm that people have for health and wellness, it makes it so much easier to stay committed to the products. Communication, we touch on this all the time, y'all. I know what it is like. I actually told people when I first started this to never message me again because I was never going to share and I didn't need help with the products. And I know how awful that makes me sound, but I didn't want anything to do with it. And I really didn't think that I wanted anything to do with sharing because I had no idea what that really meant. And so please, the reason I say that is because sometimes you're going to get a message from the person that helped you, and maybe it feels like they're talking about digestion too much, or maybe you're just really busy, or maybe you've fallen off and you don't want to admit that. Please, please, please stay in touch. We cannot help you if we don't know what you're going through, and we don't want you to be doing this for 6 months and just kind of spinning a hamster wheel because you're not staying consistent with the products or reaching out for help. We're going to go through a couple of the community and resources that we have. There's lots of different things here for you to be able to pick and choose from. Different pages that we have, different community aspects that we have with accountability groups that we do, different chats that we have. So know that you don't have to do everything, but we want to provide calls and chats and resources so that you can pick and choose what works best for you. So this is the first thing. If you have not been added to this yet, please let us know. This is our Facebook community page where every single VIP that we have on our team goes into this page. There is a lot of information. We've done a really good job of organizing this. So there's different albums that you can go through that have tons of product information. Think of this as kind of your own little Google for Plexus. We also have a help center through Plexus that's amazing too. But if you see on that little phone screen up in the top right-hand corner, there's a shield with a star, and then there's a magnifying glass. That magnifying glass, if you type anything into that, so if you want to know more about Slim, or maybe you're going through migraines or specific autoimmune disorder or whatever that looks like for you, you can use that as your own little personal Google. We post lots of sales and promos, and with Black Friday coming up, and we've got some other fun things coming before Black Friday, this is a page that you definitely want to make sure that you are in. Within that page, there is a welcome post. It's underneath of the featured section. We also have some videos that are in there that go a little bit more in depth on everything. But again, everything is there for you because we want you to kickstart this the right way and not fall off like I did at first. What I love about Plexus, one of the many things, you'll hear me say this quite often, is that you do not have to have a subscription with Plexus. I love that there's never a minimum here. There's never a thing that you have to do every single month to order. But I always do talk about this because I don't know about you guys, but my life feels really, really active constantly. And I am one of those people that thinks about things a lot. And until I don't always just stop and do it, right? And I've seen this happen over and over and over with people that they either don't want a subscription on or they don't put a little reminder in their phone. And then I'll get a phone call. I actually just had somebody pick up products from my house today. We don't have to stock anything, but I always keep a few extra here just for this reason, because I have people that don't want a subscription on and then they forget to order. And then they're a couple of days without their Slim or their Active and they're feeling it. Not because you always have to do the products, but once you feel good, you know what it's like and you want to keep doing it. So if you don't have a subscription set, talk to the person that added you here, because we really want you consistent so that you're feeling that for the first 90 days. It can always be edited. You can always bump back dates. But we're kind of in an in-between thing until January. And so right now we're actually getting product credit back when we have subscriptions set, because something new for our company is coming in January at one of our big training days. So if you need help with those subscriptions, or if you have any questions about it, please reach out to us. We always want you to feel confident and comfortable with what you have and what you get to do with your account. The other thing that you got when you ordered, if you remember, and if you were somebody that ordered with me, I told you to put your first and your last name with no spaces in this spot. This is a referral link that you get with your account. So if you're at work and you have somebody that says, hey, what are you drinking? Or if you have somebody that notices that you have an extra pep in your step or more energy, or you're like me, when I first came back to this, my mom was struggling with fibromyalgia. My sister-in-law was going through extreme postpartum depression, and I had a couple of friends that needed help with allergy stuff too. And I didn't want to be the person 6 months after I started, and I knew I was going to be feeling so much better because of so many stories that were out there. I didn't want to look back and think, man, I should have had them do this with me. And so that's how it started for me. I just grabbed those people and did this with me so that we could get healthy together. If that's you and you can think of anybody that needs the extra energy or that you just want to get healthy with, you already have that referral link. Plexus is incredible, especially around the holidays. So if you are thinking about sharing, now's the time to absolutely jump on and grab a few people. I don't know anybody that couldn't use $460. And again, this is always up to you. There's never any pressure. But again, when I started this, I had no idea what was out there. I just had those people start with me, and I'll never forget the first You've Got Money email, because my idea of network marketing was that maybe I'd make like 25 cents on each order. I had no idea. And so we just want to make sure that every single person knows what is out there and what you have. The other thing that they'll get, and what you guys got that started this month, was 15% off. They will get that 15% off too, plus free shipping on months 2 and 3. We have this call coming tomorrow night. It's called Meet Plexus. We do this every single Monday. So while as tonight is more of our VIP to give you an overview of your account, tomorrow night is our Meet Plexus call. We do these every single Monday night. I'm going to talk through the products. I'm going to talk through what Plexus is and the opportunity that we have here too. And so if you want to do a little bit more of a deep dive into the products and the opportunity, or if you have anybody that you want to bring on, when I did that last slide, if you thought about somebody that you've been seeing on Facebook that's been complaining about how tired they are, or man, my feed right now is all of the kids getting sick because it's quote unquote sick season, right? And so if you've seen anybody and you have anybody in mind, or again, if you want to just jump on, this is tomorrow night, same time, same link. We do them at 8:30 with the same link so that it's easy for everybody to remember. But that call is tomorrow and it is open for everyone. And on that call, we do a $100 cash giveaway in November and December leading up to the new year. So again, this call is tonight. So when you do have anybody that starts with you, you'll be able to invite them into this. We do it every Sunday, and then the Meet Plexus call is every Monday. I know that this group has already started, and I'm talking really fast because I've got 1 minute left. This group has already started. You can see on that little screen there that it started on the 10th. If you are not in this and you would like to jump in for extra accountability, you absolutely can. It is not too late. But I want you to know that we do these groups every single month. We do 2 week long accountability groups, and we have incredible prizes that go along with them. So the grand prize winners for this one are a walking mat or a weighted vest, and lots of other little prizes along the way too. And so if that is something that you want to be in, will you just drop no quit in the chat, and I will make sure that you get the link as well, because I don't want anybody to miss out on that if that's something that you want to be a part of too. All right, we did it. 15 minutes. Thank you so much for being on here. I'm going to stop recording. I will go through the chat, and then we will do our $50 product voucher winner, and I will announce it in our team page right after this. Or if you are not in the team page yet, to be able to be announced in there, I will send it to the person that added you to make sure that we can get that product voucher over to you. I'm so excited for y'all. I can't wait to see where this takes you. And if you have any questions, please let me know. All right. Good night, everybody.
What you been? Hey, Mabel. Where you been at so long? I told you where I was going 2 weeks ago. Boy, you forgot already. 2 weeks, a long time. I told you to get back for the night, didn't I?